Alam ng ADMU Blue Eagles na silang tina-target ng UAAP teams sa pagsisimula ng kanilang title defense sa upcoming men's basketball season. Kaya para kay Coach Tab Baldwin, hindi sila pwedeng papete-expecting sa kanilang pre-season preparations. Narito ang one-on-one interview ni Coach Tab sa The Score.
Mga pamilya, kasama natin ngayon ang head coach ng ADMU Blue Eagles, Coach Tab Baldwin. Coach Tab, how are you feeling now? Or just like, just a stone throw away from the start of the UAAP?
It's good, because it's been a long off-season, as it is every year in the UAAP, and we look forward to this time. We still have some polishing up to do and some gaps to fill, but that's what August is for, and as soon as we wrap this month up, we'll be very, very excited for the start.
You do realize, for a lot of people, it's going to sound weird when you say we need some polishing things up to do after the performance that your team showed in the Jones Cup.
Is we're really always trying to identify those areas where we need improvement, and there's plenty of them to identify. So both individually with the players and collectively as a team, and that's what our focus is right now.
With the way your players have been playing, from the Phil Oil tournament to the Jones Cup, how satisfied are you with their development so far?
I don't think, again, in coaching, I don't think you want to be satisfied. I think, you can have moments where you recognize the guys are doing things well, conducting themselves in a professional manner and playing some good basketball. But, if that's what you're looking for, if you're looking for all the positives, then you're missing the things that you're really supposed to be coaching for, which is the things they're not doing well. And, I'm not on the sideline to be a cheerleader. I'm there to be a critic. And the things that I see that we need to improve on are what really preoccupy my mind and the things that I'm looking for.
Regardless of a player or any situation, but in terms of basketball, what are you most critical of?
I think here with the level that we're coaching at in the UAAP and in the Philippine style of basketball, I think I'm most critical of mentality. Trying to get that cohesion and that commitment to team. Not just that in their heart they're committed to the team. We don't have a problem with that, but in their play. That we get away from individuality, we get away from hero ball and the mentality of trying to make a play. We want our players to make a play, but we want them to make a play for their teammate. In
the context of having a really gifted athlete, let's say 30 Ravenna, how do you work with 30 to make sure that he thinks about the team first before, let's say, going after individual acclaim?
First, you try to create a culture that these players exist within, because the second that they start performing outside of the culture, then it won't just be the coach saying something. It will be hopefully all the players, and it'll be the mood around sort of individual play, and the culture kind of brings people in line. And we've worked very, very hard at our culture for getting close to 3 years now. The second thing is messaging. The messaging is constant. It comes both internally from players to one another, from the assistant coaches to one another and to the players. And then I think, from my seat, at the head coach's seat, that, this is what's acceptable in our environment. And where we find and see things or identify things that aren't acceptable, we address them. But I think the culture in this country, with all the media attention and the preoccupation with stars, doesn't help the players, and it doesn't help us develop and establish this culture. So we are fighting, in a sense, upstream. But we're happy to fight that fight, and I think that we're making some ground.
I'm sure you're very aware, your players, they're on their phones and they're posting on Instagram and they're sharing stories with their fans. And do you struggle with having to balance that? Do you have to remind your players that, hey, this is our goal, this is other stuff?
I've been coaching a long, long time, and it would be very easy to continue to do the things the way that I did them in the 90s or even the 80s and just say it worked then, it should work now. But I think that part of being a good coach is adapting and continuing to learn not just about the tactics and strategies of the game, but about the people that you actually work with.
You don't catch yourself saying, well, back in the day or during our time, this is how we did things. So you try not to do that.
We want players to be interested in the history of the game. I want my basketball players to be great basketball players. If you aspire to greatness yourself, you model yourself on, others who have been great. So I think that the message from the past is important, but I also think the relevance of what people do today is extremely important as well.
When they say Ateneo plays the right way, do you agree or disagree? I
disagree. I think we're a facsimile of the right way. We're not the real thing yet. And I think, again, it comes back to the mentality of the players. We just continue to fight this battle that, what they do for their teammates. And it's not easy. And so, to say that we are all these wonderful things as a basketball team, we're not. There are many models out there that are much better than what we are. And until we have other people genuinely looking at us who embody that spirit and say, geez, you are an unselfish basketball team, until those people are doing it, then we have a lot of work to do.
Thank you very much, Coach.
My pleasure.
Good luck, dude. I know you can't wait. You want to play tomorrow, right?
We like to compete.
Nakausap din ng The Score ang assistant coach ng ADMU Falcons na si Don Allado tungkol sa kanilang off-season preparations.
Okay, mga kapamilya, kasama natin si Adamson assistant coach Don Carlos Allado. Kailangan kong bagitin UAAP legend tong si Don. Meaning you're old.
Oh.
That's what I mean.
That's okay. I'll take the legend part.
The ADMU Soaring Falcons, people are parang not sure what to expect from this team this year. Do you get that feeling?
I like how people have that idea about us. Nandito kami para surprise yung mga ibang teams. So, nag-focus kami on the off-season para continuous building sa mga core players namin, tsaka yung teaming system. And we've been very fortunate to get good advancements with our players.
Coming from last season, what is the objective now for the Falcons for season 81?
Well, our first two seasons we did go to the Final Four. I'll be lying to you if we said that we didn't want to win a championship. Of course, we all want to win a championship, and we've done the things so far that we needed to do to get to that goal of ours. But again, it's we're going to take one game at a time. I think it's good to have the long-term goal, which is the finals. But in order to do that, we have to do the things in between. We got to be working hard. We got to be detailed. We have to not miss our assignments. So that's very crucial for us.
In terms of your personal expectations for this season's team, what do you expect to see?
I think defensively we want to become. My expectation is we want to be the best defensive team in the UAAP. That's my expectations. I think we're capable of doing it. I think we have the tools to do it. It's just a matter of continuous discipline amongst our players, and us reminding them also of the situations.
If you could identify certain players who have developed so much during the off-season, and you've been proud to witness or be a part of that development, who are these players?
Well, offhand, I'll probably, Papi Sar has gone a long way. You have June, he's done a tremendous job on defensively. Sean Manganti, his game has, as soon as he started embracing our system, things started to open up for him, and I'm really happy for him. I'm excited for him in his career. Of course, Jerick Ahanmisi, he's the brother of Maverick. There's a lot of expectations from him, so he's done a lot. Also, he's put in a lot of work. Those four guys, our core guys, have really improved a lot, and I'm so excited to see them compete in this year's tournament.
Now, throughout the course of the off-season, what is that one thing that Coach Franz Pomaren has been stressing? Like almost every day, you hear it during practice, during tune-up games, during pocket tournament. What is that one thing that Coach Franz has stressed on in preparation for this season?
Well, aside from going hard every day, because he says to go hard every day, it's more on the defensive side, what he yells out, stay at ball side, little things, little detailed things that we always focus on in practice, because the details will play into the bigger picture later on. So we focus on the details, staying high off your man, passing lane, jumping ball side. Those are the things that we continuously ride our players on.
You mentioned earlier that you worked on your team chemistry. What proof did you see that you have winning chemistry that you need for this season?
The proof there is the way we run our practice. Everybody looks like they're in sync. There's a feel that everybody's locked in, approaching the UAAP tournament. So that's a good sign for us. When we see that, it's comforting. But again, we still have to continue to push, because still there's a long way to go, and we're only entering the beginning of the tournament. So what we want to do is maintain and then eventually get to the goal, which is the finals.
Well, good luck. Very happy to know that you guys are, really in winning form, in winning shape now, and can't wait to see you guys play for season 8.
I'm happy, and thank you for having me here.
Hey everybody, this is Anton Rojas. For more sports updates, keep watching The Score and make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's ABS-CBN Sports and Action.